Hello from India to ZNZ, and we got a beautiful couple here from Auckland, and they've been traveling with us from last 17 days now. They're just back from Varanasi today at Delhi Aerocity. This is their last night here in New Delhi, and we just would like to hear their experience so far from last 17 days. They traveled from Delhi to Taj Mahal, and then from Taj Mahal to Rajasthan with most of the cities, and then they flew to Varanasi for a couple of nights and then came back, and tomorrow is their flight back home to Auckland. So we just would like to hear their thoughts about our organized trip and what they think about and how's their experience been so far.
Well, firstly, anyone that hasn't been to India, it's vivid, it's colourful, it's exciting, it's noisy, it's everything you can imagine, and crazy. It's just a crazy country. We loved every second of it. We felt safe because of the people we were with on the tour, and we've travelled extensively around the world, so this time we wanted to be pampered a bit more. We normally book our own trips, so it was nice to have someone meet us at the airport. We had a lovely car and good drivers, and everything was taken care of. The hotels we stayed in, we choose to stay in the heritage hotels, and they're really exquisite. They're a reason
amazing.
for making a trip on the long ride, and we generally don't do that. But we could vary the tour as it went to do daily things we wanted. We wanted to stop to look at something on the side of the road. We saw some crazy people going to a festival, thousands of people in weird vans, and we stopped and
It means
had
crazy
an hour,
happy.
Yeah,
Crazy
had an hour
happy.
and talked to them. Yeah, I mean crazy happy. So yeah, it's been a wonderful trip, and there hasn't been a criticism in any point of the trip. Even simple things like they had our SIM cards ready from the minute we arrived.
That
we
was
could talk.
really good.
Thank you.
They had went and got the money at the local exchange instead of going to the bank and getting ripped off. Important things, because it just makes it fun to travel.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time, you know.
Oh, it saves a lot of
Yeah,
time.
it has.
And our particular drivers, and I'm sure we use them again, Lali, we did a lot of driving with him. We did many, many miles. He was just
Very accommodating.
so wonderful. He took us to his home, and we met everyone in the street.
Because we asked to do
And
that.
we went to his home, we went to his house home, and had a little bit of time there with his great dogs. You'll probably see the video one day. But if you want to travel in India and you don't want to do the package tour thing and get off a bus with 16 people and stand and wait, and you're a bit tepid about doing it all on your own and pre-booking, spending half your time waiting to get tickets to go to places, it's the only way to do it. It was wonderful.
Yeah, we just call it India to ZNZ. We
Yeah.
used to call Kiwi and Tiger, but
Yeah,
now
no,
just
it's-
India to ZNZ is more approachable.
And the particular site, I mean, I could talk about that all day, but you'll see them when you come. I mean, there's things that are on your must-do list: the Taj Mahal, the Ganges, all things you want to do. This is just a great way to do it.
Yeah, don't worry, Rod. I'll put up some pictures in it as well while you're talking.
Yeah.
So just display some pictures of you. So what you're talking about?
Oh, I see, right. Well, from my point of view, I found everybody so friendly. Indian folk just smiling all the time. They're just hospitable. Made me feel like a movie star. Everyone to have their photograph taken with me, and sometimes Rod. I'm the pretty one though.
They probably mistaken you with some Hollywood.
Yeah, I know. And it was just lovely. We had a lovely experience. And I think too, for me, very educational. I had a lovely educational time. I learned so much. Being able to talk to the driver all the time and ask him questions, that was great.
I think you'd miss so much if you didn't have someone like the driver or one of the tour guides with you. Because, I mean, there is most of the museums and great places have English, but it can give you too much to read all the stuff, whereas a lot of the things we wanted to know about, we just saw out the window and says, how do these people make a living? Where do they get the fruit from? And that's how, learn to enjoy the country. So, yep, I recommend the Indian tours New Zealand to anyone.
Absolutely.
Especially, I'm 75 now, it's no secret. And, I don't need to be touring around in intrepid tours or anything anymore.
What about the hotels so far? You enjoy the hotels?
That was fabulous.
Well, firstly, they were all heritage hotels, which I didn't understand what that meant when we came. They're either ancient monumental hotels or hotels that have been relocated and done to an amazing standard. the staff, the sort of things we're not used to in New Zealand, quite frankly. Everyone was different. Some of them were almost Art Deco, Picasso, and other ones were like living in King's Palace,
Oh, well, we did, yes.
And
At that
course-
place that I can't pronounce.
You could talk forever.
The
about-
Larley.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a hunting lodge of the Maharaja.
Beautiful. Well,
Yeah.
actually, a lot of them were.
Actually,
Yes.
Yeah, we went on safari from that.
Yeah, leopard. So you
Oh,
saw
and
the
the
leopard.
safari was fabulous. We saw
Of
it.
course, the food. I mean, I'm a big meat eater. I'm a big
Yeah.
Kiwi boy.
Yeah.
I've probably done. I'll be lucky if I've eaten meat 3 times on this voyage. And I'm also a big wine drinker, and I've only probably drank 3 or 4 times. The food was just so good, and a lot of it's vegetarian. And
I didn't know vegetarian could taste so good.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Well,
I had no idea.
so many ways to cook it.
And we had it for lunch and breakfast as well, and then dinner.
Yeah.
We just stuck with Indian food the whole time, and it was just delicious. Always different. Really
Michelle
nice.
has set it up that we had breakfast every day as part of the
Yeah.
package, and they're beautiful breakfasts.
Oh,
They're
piles of
generally either
different
a la
fruit.
carte or they're
Yeah.
good eat. And they kind of set us up for the day. I mean, you couldn't eat like that
Yeah,
3
yeah.
times a day.
True. I agree.
So we would either have a special meal late in the afternoon, 3 o'clock at a riverside or somewhere on the way, and just snack at night, or we'd have a big meal at night and snack on the way.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
It worked. It worked great, and of course, it's relatively inexpensive to eat in what we would call a 4 or 5 star restaurant in places like New Zealand. I mean, it's like half the price.
But one thing I would like to say, because we're talking to a New Zealand audience, aren't we?
Yes, yes.
Don't be put off what he said. Our driver stopped at really great places for beer and wine.
Oh,
And we took that into our rooms and we
so we
had-
could watch the
yeah.
sunset from the deck.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it was lovely. Yes.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it. Like you
Yeah.
have refrigerator in your rooms.
It was good.
Like whenever
Just
it's very
relax outside.
accessible.
Yeah, mornings were great for me. I'd wake up at 5 in the morning and I'd go out and I'd have a cup of tea and just listen to the birds and the bats and music starting, call to prayer, all that. It was lovely.
Oh, yes,
It's
yes.
really
The prayers,
lovely.
coming from the temples and the bells and all you can hear. So, tell me something about the road trip. Like, did you find it very hectic traveling from one city to other? Because some people have questions that, you'll be on the road for most of your time, for 5-6 hours every single day. It was like,
Well, we weren't.
Yeah.
We weren't. Well, I mean, one was only 2.5 hours, another was 3, I think.
I think we
a
had
couple
one
of
4 or
4
5 hour
hours.
trip.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we could stop whenever we wanted and get out
Yeah.
and look at things.
And that's when we tried the roadside.
And the
places
car was
to
good.
eat.
I mean, it was a Toyota Land Cruiser type
Cooking over
thing.
each
Yeah.
Plenty of room and beautifully air conditioned.
Yeah.
And so there was no discomfort whatsoever like that. And I mean, I never feel I'm not worried about traffic in other countries, but it's hilarious. I mean, you sit in the car and everybody's dodging in, out and around you.
Chaos. It's a very
you never
light
even
chaos.
got close to touch. Well,
It's
you're close
very
to touch all the time.
entertaining.
It is entertaining, yes.
It's
And-
like a movie on its own.
Yes, that's right.
And I'd like to say that we never got sick. And we had lots of, we asked to do this, we asked us to stop with the driver and have food on the roadside.
Roadside
Well, they're not
restaurants.
road,
Not
on the
roadside,
roadside,
yeah.
but in the local.
Yeah, they are
what do you
called
call them?
dhabas, roadside eateries.
Eateries, that's
Yes.
it. And
They are very local, and I was
never
very
been-
much concerned.
not been
I'll actually
sick.
put a picture of it, which I
Yes.
took. I was very much, not very much. I was just a little bit concerned that you guys might not take it well because Nicola, when you asked me that you want to eat where we would eat,
Yes.
going on this journey, and then you enjoyed the meal and. It was quite, and you just made it through,
Clearly, after,
safely and securely. That was quite incredible.
and then clearly after COVID, everyone learned to wash their hands regularly and that. And then that's all we do. Just be careful of that. Other than that,
yeah.
I never once got concerned about that.
No, I don't either. We should be washing our hands before we eat anyway.
Yeah.
I never felt any physical threat. Walking around some cities in the world, you're a bit concerned. But granted, we had someone with us, but you could walk in very crowded alleyways and that. And, I guess
you
there are
find it safe?
pickpocket, but you're pretty
Yes.
safe.
Yeah.
Never once
Definitely.
felt a hint of not being
No
safe.
one, I never worried about my handbag on my shoulder. I mean, it was hanging in behind in here anyway, but I never clutched it or anything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It's
But-
fine.
I mean, in summary, it's a crazy, vivid, exciting country. And you've got to come here if you haven't been here.
Colourful and friendly, that's how I would describe it.
I mean, the only thing I've done close to it is Africa.
Yeah.
Where in Africa you got to feel it. You can look at all the movies, but you got to go and feel it. This country's like that. You got to come here and smell it and feel it and get it.
And get the atmosphere and the friendly people.
And you'll start planning to come back. We're already thinking about coming back. So thank you for the tour.
Thanks for you guys for booking with India Tours NZ. Thank you very much, my beautiful guests, for such a beautiful review. And I'm really glad that you guys have enjoyed. So, and I really wish you take India in your hearts, and you also recommend more and more people to visit India.
We'll be promoting you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.